All right, everybody, here we go. I'm starting my day out. We're going to go out here and sling some food. I'm going to show you kind of what I do all day long. Now, it takes me about 20 minutes or so to get to where I'm actually going to work. But I wanted to show you exactly how that day, goes from start to finish. So I just left my house. Let me reset the mileage so I can tell you all at the end of the day how many miles I actually drove to accomplish what will hopefully be a very productive day today. So like I said, it's about a 15-mile drive over over to Tampa from where I'm at. It is a beautiful day today down here in the Sunshine State. Ooh, the camera almost fell over. It is a beautiful day today. I do kind of have this just set up on a temporary thing on the dash, so I don't know how well it's going to hold. So we will just have to wait and see how that goes. But once I get down here a little ways, I'll flip the camera around and you guys will actually see the road side of it. I just wanted to put it on me for just a little bit while we got started here. So yesterday was a pretty good day. I worked all day. Got home kind of late. Went and had breakfast with my father yesterday. I know a lot of people have asked me about my father and how everything's going. And there's news on that front, but I think I'm just going to not even discuss it. But I will say that my father he's doing better. He's trying, he's eating. Doctors told him he needs to gain weight. Yeah, I did change the name back to Crazy Bags. That is, it's my lucky day. I actually got a green light. This is where I plan on switching the camera back. But I actually got a green light here, so that never happens. But it is the weekend, so there's not much traffic today, which is always a big help. I love working Saturday and Sunday days because there's like hardly anybody out. Now, I think spring break started this week as well, so I'm not sure how busy it will be because I do a lot of college dormitories and stuff, and I don't know how many kids are still on campus. So that we'll just have to see. Oh, the weather here is absolutely beautiful. The high today is supposed to be 58 degrees. I actually have long sleeves on. So the high today is supposed to be 58. Here, I got a chance to flip this around. Maybe. There we go. So the high today is supposed to be 58. Now I'll just give you guys road view, kind of. Let's see if I can tilt it just a little bit. So it is going to be a very, very pretty day here. Now, guys, I'm having a hard time because I'm not going to be able to do a lot of chat because I am driving. And I cannot wear the reading glasses while I'm driving. So like I said, about a 14-mile drive. It'll probably take 20 to 30 minutes to get over the bridge. You guys will see some of the, well, you guys will see the beautiful bay as we get there. I'm going to go across the Gandy. I don't mess with Howard Franklin very much anymore. I'm actually going to turn this while I'm stopped. I don't mess with Howard Franklin very much anymore because it's always backed up, man. Howard Franklin's backed up every single day. Takes tons of extra time to get over to Howard Franklin. Now, I am in a car, so please don't judge my driving as if I was driving a truck. Because maybe I do drive a little differently in a car. Maybe. I might have turned into one of those a-hole four-wheelers. You know? Seen someone said hello from Michigan. Hello, Michigan. Yeah, you gotta love Florida. Weather will be shitty everywhere else, but in Florida it'll be nice. So I am going to buy, if this goes well today, if get good feedback from this, I will buy a permanent stabilizing mount for the car and do these quite often. What's going on? How you doing, Bull? So when I was growing up, I would go off right here to the right to 275 to Tampa, but traffic has increased, I don't know, 100-fold since I grew up here. It actually kind of freaked me out the first few days I was out here, and I seen the amount of traffic that now exists in this area. It was definitely not like when I was a kid growing up, that's for dang sure. So most of the restaurants, guys, I won't be able to take the camera in. I'll just leave it running facing the door where I'm going in and out. We do a lot of higher end restaurants, but if we get something like McDonald's or something, I'll take you guys in and show you the process of picking up the order. But the area that I run, I do a lot of like Outback Steakhouse, Acropolis, Four Rivers Barbecue. What's the other one? Carrabba's. And they Wing House, Hooters, Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't think they particularly like, not because they have anything to hide, just because they've got people in there trying to eat dinner. I did sign up to deliver alcohol, but the area that I live in, the area that I service in Tampa, they're not offering it here. I think they're offering it in like Tallahassee, Jacksonville, and Miami, something like that. They're not offering it in Tampa. But they are starting to deliver alcohol. Uber Eats is. Now from restaurants in certain areas. It's a pilot program. They're also doing the order and pay system now if you want to sign up for that, where they send you the prepaid card and you go into some of these, like Chick-fil-A does not have Uber Eats, it's got DoorDash. So people could still go on Uber Eats and order Chick-fil-A, you just have to go in and stand in line. That's the reason I don't do Postmates, so I'm not going to do it here. So I did not sign up for that at all, and I have no intentions of doing that. So we're about to hit the Gandy Bridge here in a few moments. We got a few more red lights to go through. I'm really curious. Usually the right-hand side going out to Gandy is just loaded with people out for the weekend with their barbecue grills, and they're out swimming and sunbathing and everything else. But as cool as it is today, I would be shocked if we see a lot of people out there. So this drive isn't so bad when I do it. It can be rough in the mornings, but I don't start my day anymore till between 11 and 12. And so traffic's not too awful bad, and of course it's the weekend. That's one of the dog tracks to the right. This is the last year they have greyhound racing in the state of Florida. It was voted out this past year, back in November, to end it. So greyhound racing will no longer exist after this year here in the state of Florida. So what they're doing is they have a track in this side of the bridge and a track on the other in North Tampa. And really, and it has been like this for a while, they have poker rooms. And I think that's what they're doing. Hello, Miss Wade. That was one of the, I don't know if you guys saw that. That was one of our gentleman establishments here. There's quite a few of them in this area. Anytime you put a military base somewhere, you're going to have gentleman clubs, as they call them. Now we will do a lot of running down around MacDill Air Force Base. That's kind of the hot area. That's kind of the area that I deliver in. Now I do have this hooked up on a charger. And so we should be good all day long. And it's a separate phone from the one I use for my runs. There's a U.S. Foods truck making a delivery. So right here on the right-hand side, this is usually where you start seeing everybody out with, and there's actually quite a few people out there. I don't know if you guys can see them tucked in between all those trees, those cars. And what they're doing is they're just out here sunbathing, fishing, camping. Even though there's supposed to be no camping here along this road, usually on the weekends, you'll see people out here with tents. A lot of open spots today though because of the cool weather. Usually this is packed all the way down through here on the right hand side if the temperature's 80 degrees or higher. If you're not out here by 8:30 in the morning, you don't get a spot. So how much money is Uber Eats bringing a day? Well, it depends. I think a lot of it depends on where you live. I mean, you have cities in America where you can do Uber Eats and you can go make $250 a day. And you have other cities that you can go work all day and not even make bucks. I mean, it's all about population. I just happen to live in an area where if I go out and work 10 hours a day, I can make really close to $200 consistently every single day, and some days more than that. So this here is Gandy Bridge. There's 3 bridges that cross over from St. Pete Clearwater area over to Tampa. You've got the Gandy, the Howard Franklin, and the Courtney Campbell Causeway. Howard Franklin is the interstate bridge, basically. It's interstate before and after. This one is not. There was red lights. There's going to be red lights immediately following this bridge all the way across. They're actually extending an interstate toll road to meet this bridge. You guys will see that construction here momentarily. And it was really cool the other night because I was working and they were helicoptering in the beams to build this bridge. And so you had these huge commercial Chinooks. I mean, they're military helicopters, but it was commercial based Chinooks. And they had these huge beams hooked to them for these bridges. And they were bringing them in by helicopter at like 8, 9 o'clock at night and setting these beams. And you had no choice but to watch because the state troopers had the roads blocked for 20 minutes at a time as they brought a beam in until it was set, and then the helicopter took back off. So we will keep track today of how things go. I will give you guys the running total throughout the day of where I'm at. Make it loud for a minute. I'm gonna crack the window and smoke a cigarette while I have the opportunity because I don't smoke when I have orders in the car. There's an accident on the left side over there. It's not even backed up too bad either. I'm shocked. It must have been on the shoulder. Coast Guard boat. A couple of them. Must be out doing some training today. Also, it's very windy today. We had some rain the last couple days. So now I am on the Tampa side of the bridge. And we'll see how long it takes to get a run. That is the sound of money. We are now online waiting. So they now know I'm available. Bring me some food. Who is that? Chad Rich? He's probably sitting in Springfield. So this is that road I was telling you they're building up above us here. This is the one they were bringing the beams in and setting the beams up ahead here. So Uber Eats is a lot like Uber. It has surge areas. When they start getting a lot of orders and they're short on drivers, they pay the drivers a little extra money in those areas. And that's why sometimes, guys, like even when you get an Uber, if you order an Uber, you may do the exact same trip you did a week ago, and it may cost you $3 or $4 more, and you can't figure out why. That's why, because you're placing that order for the taxi or the food service at a peak time when last time you didn't. It usually takes, when I come over the bridge and turn this on, because this is not like a super busy area, it usually takes driving into the busier area before I start getting deliveries. I've gotten them as quick as hitting the go button, and I've waited as long as 15-20 minutes before to get my first one. It's all about location. You got to put yourself in a situation where there's restaurants around you, because it's all proximity, guys. That's the one thing about Uber and Uber Eats. You know, you may have one guy that runs 20 runs a day and one guy that runs 5, because the guy that ran 20 was closer to where the orders were being placed. The closer available unit will always get the either the pickup of passengers or food, depending on which side of Uber you're running. So it's all about putting yourself in the location where you need to be in order to be profitable. Now, there's a good chance you'll see some pretty crazy driving out here. I've avoided 2 major accidents in the last week. One of them was with a pedestrian in a neighborhood. So it was a 30-mile-an-hour street. Luckily, I was only doing about 17. And there was a father and son playing soccer in the front yard. And they kicked the ball. And it wasn't even the kid that ran out in front of me. It was the dad. He just didn't even look. Oh, it's Chris that's talking. Do I miss the Pete at all? Honestly, I don't miss trucking at all. Just to be honest with you. I just don't. I haven't yet. I'm not saying I never will. There might come a point where I miss trucking. You know, and one thing that was good, and I've made a comment about this in the past, you know, we live pretty frugal, man. I mean, and so from the financial side of it, we didn't have to make any changes in our life really, as far as what we do. So now we're kind of getting towards where the restaurant districts are. This evening I'll spend a lot of time right here. You guys see the Jiffy Lube, and there's a Wendy's and that taco bus over there. On the other side of that taco bus, there's an Outback Carrabba's Express, and I spend a lot of time there. I usually run that from about 5 to 9 at night, and then I run around campus starting about 9 p.m. and I run until basically the delivery stop when it gets slow. Because some nights campus is hopping. What camera am I using? I'm using a Samsung S9 on the dashboard. How are the brakes? The brakes are good. Yeah, so right here past this Wendy's, this is where I will start hanging out probably around 5 o'clock this evening, right in here, where it says Express, because that's an Outback Carrabba's Express area. But we're going to go down here and head up Dale Mabry to the heavier lunch district. Yeah, the brakes were squawking, man. If I hadn't done the brakes, if me and my father-in-law hadn't done my brakes before today, oh man, you guys would be giving me grief because you'd be hearing them. They were singing like a bird. So we're gonna go to the Soho district, they call it, South Howard Avenue in Tampa. It's a very happening area, especially in the evening, guys. There's a lot of bars and restaurants. Quite a few vegan restaurants down there. Do a lot of vegan food, man. I deliver from a lot of different vegan restaurants. That is definitely becoming a very popular trend right now. I can tell you just based on what I deliver on a daily basis. Let's get over here behind him. We'll go down and up MacDill Avenue. So I've driven 12 miles since I left my house. All right, here we go. Let's try it again. I don't know what just happened. Yeah, it went circle death for some reason. I don't know. I had to pull over. I couldn't fool with it when I was driving, so I had to pull over real quick. And so now I'm sitting at Yogurtology. I don't know why it lost signal like that. No idea, but we're back up and running, so we'll just see how it goes. Now I can continue to head towards where I wanted to go. Oh, is David H in the house? I didn't see him come in because it was offline for a little bit. So now we're heading up MacDill. Like I said, all we're doing right now is playing the waiting game, which I knew that would happen when we got into town because I need to get up to Soho area. That's usually the hot area, the area to be in around this time of day. I'll adjust that camera next time I stop to give you all a better view. So Tampa there's parts of Tampa that are absolutely beautiful. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that is the area I kind of run in. Should took you all down Bayshore Drive is what I should have done. It's beautiful down through there. A lot of big homes, a lot of nice condos. You know, really nice stuff. There's an Amazon Prime. I know a lot of you had talked about I should check out Amazon Flex. I'll just be honest with you. I usually don't have the time for it. Good, now I'm stopped. I can adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. Give you all kind of more of a front forward view. Let me read real quick. What's this say? Dude, you're reading comments and driving. So crazy about Trucker Nene. Why, David? What happened with Trucker Nene? David, hold that thought till I get stopped again, because I don't want to miss that, whatever it is you're talking about. Hopefully she's okay. I don't wish bad palms a thing anything about anybody. Turn down Bay to Bay here. There we go. Now we'll just head up Bayshore. I'm kind of just giving you guys like a scenic view while we're waiting for a run. This is not the normal way I would take. Normally I'd already be in Soho. But I kind of wanted to give you guys a nice view of the area. So we're right on the bay. It's going to be Bayshore Boulevard. Oh, something about bullies on YouTube chased her off. Oh, that's a shame. Well, look, I get them too, guys. I'll just be honest with you. There's a reason why I have to approve all my comments. I delete them and move on from it. I don't let it affect me. I don't respond to it. I just let it roll off me. That's what you have to do. If you're going to do any kind of social media and you're affected by what other people's hate speech, whatever it may be, for whatever reason, you probably shouldn't do social media. I get called a lot of names. I get threatened a lot. It's just part of doing the social media platforms. And I probably did let it bother me a little bit when I first started. But I've gotten to the point now where it doesn't bother me at all. I chuckle, I laugh, I delete the comment. Yep, so this is Bayshore Boulevard. Runs right along the bay here. Absolutely beautiful. Now, if it was warmer out, there'd be 10 times this amount of people out here. Jogging, riding bikes, you know, just hanging out. All right, so here's South Howard. We're going to head up South Howard and go right into Soho. See if we can get our first ping for the day. Usually once you get the first one, the rest of the day kind of just falls into place. But as you can see, the road I took you guys down, there's no restaurants, nothing. So there was no chance of getting an order the way we just went, but that's okay. I just wanted to drive down through there and show you guys. So there's a higher end restaurant on our left right here, Bella's Italian Restaurant. Really good food. Every time I hit a bump, the camera moves. Puppy, where's David at? David, look, there's a puppy. Puppy! Better not. David will have a squirrel moment. Forget what he's doing. So here we go. This is kind of the business district of Soho. A lot of restaurants here. And you just have to learn different places to kind of hide out and wait, I guess is a good way to describe it, because that's what we're doing. We're just looking for somewhere to hide out and wait. And this is a good area to do it in, I have found. So we'll get turned around. And we're going to parallel park right here in this spot. There you go. Now I'll be able to read comments a little bit for just a minute or two while we wait. I have to get my glasses out. Put on the old man glasses. And see what we got going on. Ah! That's kind of loud. I guess there's ads already on there. Can I bring pizza to California? Yeah. Welcome back. Still waiting on that beer to be brought to him. He gets some AC on in here really quick so that phone doesn't overheat. I drive Flex and Uber. Flex doesn't charge booking fees to their drivers. 2 to 3 hour shifts and never takes that full time. Byron, yeah. Brian, I may look into that. Deleted her channel? No. So how much do I spend in gas? It varies, Will. $11 most days, $11 to $13 on most days. So not a whole heaping lot, not a lot. These crazy other YouTube drivers are calling out that idiot on their YouTube pages. I mean, I could, I guess. I mean, that's what Postmates, I did some of that. Like Postmates, I did a Apple iPhone delivery. And they do a lot of like Walmart grocery pickups and stuff at Postmates. We don't do that at Uber. Actually, don't need the AC. I'll just turn the car off. Why is it doing that? Lights are off. It shouldn't do that for that. We'll just do that. Problem solved. I don't even know who that is. Yeah, Will, that sounds about right. That sounds about right, money-wise. I mean, no Doritos. I don't really carry food in the car. Mainly because I don't want to like be tempted to eat when I got someone else's food in the car. You know, I mean, I'm gonna have to look at Amazon Flex. Shit, let me down this real quick then, Ryan. Order some wings and beer. Chris, the only orders I have that problem with are like hot wing orders. Anything like Hooters, Wing House, Wild Wings, anything like that. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Like, I love spicy chicken. And so anybody who has a really good sauce on their wings and I can smell that, drives me crazy. Pour that damn soda out the window. Oh, we got one. Let's see where we're going. So we're going to go pick up at Four Rivers Smokehouse. Let's go pick one up. Oh, and it's a double, so it's 2 deliveries. It's a mile away, so let's go get it. And finish this cigarette while I'm on the way. So we're going to go to Four Rivers Smokehouse Barbecue. This place has some absolutely amazing food from what I hear and from what I smell. Told you guys, this is a great spot to sit. There's almost always a parking spot available. During the week, there's like multiple right there. And I end up picking up a lot at this Zoe's Kitchen right here on this corner. And I don't even have to move the car. I just get out and walk to either Zoe's Kitchen or there's a Clean Juice, Burger Fi. There's all kinds of really good places down through there. So they are doing a lunch promotion today. So they're doing 1.4 times the normal rate So almost 1.5 times the pay on today's runs. For lunch, it's 1.4. And then dinner tonight will be 1.7. And it's mainly because Tampa's just getting, it's very popular for the app. And I think that's partly because you have University of South Florida here and University of Tampa. They're both here. This guy behind me is getting impatient, but I refuse to go faster than 25 in these neighborhoods. I don't care if speed limit's 30, 35, 40. You're going to see me doing 20, 25 miles an hour maximum. And a lot of them I'll do even less than that. You know, here's a child riding a bike down the side of the road, you know, on the sidewalk. It's just, I don't want to be the guy that has that accident that takes somebody's life. That's the same way I felt in my truck. It's the same way I feel in my car. It's not going to be me. So this restaurant has a special window, so we don't even have to go in. They have a special takeout window and Uber Eats. They have two windows. One's for customer order takeout. The other's for Uber Eats and Bite Squad, DoorDash, whatever it may be. This restaurant participates with many different delivery services. I can't wait just to smell this food. That's how good a barbecue this place has. So this is it coming up on the left. I don't know if you can see it right there, but we're gonna go in the back parking lot here. Just for traffic reasons, it was easier to go this way. We would just park it right here. And then I always like to double check my orders real quick. So I have two different orders. One of them's got a drink. This one doesn't look like it's got any drinks. This one has a Coke with it. So that's one of the most common things that's left behind by drivers is drinks. So this is where we're at. Four Rivers Barbecue. Good eating right here, I can tell you. I can just tell by the smell of it. And then, like I said, we don't even have to go in. Right here on the side of the building, you see it says takeout right there. And then they have one window for Uber Eats and Bike Swap. So we just wait at the window. You guys don't want to be that close to me, do you? But we'll just wait at the window, and then eventually, hopefully, somebody will stop at the window. If not, they do have a bell, but it says ring it after dark. So I don't know why that keeps doing that. They got a bell right there. It says please ring doorbell after dark. Now that nobody's came, I'm going to ring the bell. And now we will see. Do I deliver to Oklahoma? No. I don't believe I'll be delivering to Oklahoma anytime soon. I don't see that happening. See, it's on a pretty major road right here. It's right on the corner of Swan and South MacDill. Here we go. How are you? Ellie and Antonio, or Antone. Hey.
Ellie's gonna have the sleepover.
And it's the big bag?
Yep.
Okay.
And gonna be the little small stuff.
And that's going to be the small one.
Yep.
Okay, looks great.
Okay?
Thank you, dear. So the first one is Ellie. So that's going to be the first one. I'm going to flip you all around. There we go. Because now I have to carry all this. And my phones. And a drink. So that's always fun. Oh, it smells amazing. My car's gonna smell like barbecue all day today. It's gonna be awesome. That's how easy it is to pick up, guys. That's all we do. You have your order number. Y'all probably got a really good close-up of me there. All right, let's get you all back up on the rack. There we go. Get you plugged in. Yeah, I'm leaving the 01 with a double stop. Got a double delivery. So I actually have a hot bag that I use, and so the second order to deliver is going to be Antone's. So I'm going to put it in the hot bag because it's going to be sitting in the car for probably 8 or 9 minutes. So his first delivery is going to go to the University of Tampa, and to be honest with you, the second delivery is not that far from it. So they're both pretty quick together. Yeah, me and Chad Rich are both former KLM drivers. I'm gonna flip it around, guys. The camera's got 3 different angles, so I'm having to hit it multiple times. And we're gonna go and start this process. So here we go. I believe this side's right turn only, so we're gonna go out the other side and go out the red light. I try to get in the habit of always leaving out of these places on a road that I can get to a red light, because traffic can get pretty crazy during the day. This parking lot, you can't move in it at night. A lot of times I have to park out here on Swan, which is the less of the busier streets, and throw my hazards on and block a lane and run up to that window and grab the food and jump back in the car. There we go. Give you guys kind of a better view, in my opinion. Yes, correct. Now I'm heading to the O2. This will be the first delivery. It's the one with the drink. Drinks are such a pain in the butt, guys, because, well, unless it's like McDonald's or Starbucks, because like McDonald's and Starbucks, they put the drinks in special drink holders in the bags. How's it smelling? It smells freaking amazing. I'm hungry. I'm glad I had breakfast today, because if I wouldn't have had breakfast today, it would definitely be a little rough right now, because this barbecue smells pretty good. It can be torturous if you haven't eaten. So this first one's 2.2 miles away. Says we'll be there in like 7 or 8 minutes. And then the second one's probably a mile away from it. So these are the kind of runs I like, because that is a, let's see, like on a cost basis, that restaurant's probably like in the middle. It's not cheap, but it's not super expensive. It's not like high-end food, but it's kind of in the middle. And those are the kind of runs I like because they usually result in good tips. Woo! Crash. That was close. And I didn't even take off that strong. I'll have to work on that when we get stopped. I had to catch that, throw it back up on the dash. So it says turn right on Kennedy. Let's creep out here. Kind of hate creeping out anymore because there's so many people that use the crosswalks. And the last thing I want to do is get stuck blocking a crosswalk. Yeah, we're going right on the campus. So this is going North Boulevard, which goes right through the center of the University of Tampa. Guys, that second accident I avoided the other day, it was the more recent one. It was maybe 3 days ago, 4 days ago. It was this week. It was bad. So I was on a road just like this that runs along the toll road. So think of it like a service road, but it's not. But just think of it like that. And the people are exiting off of the interstate. And they have a stop sign. It's a 2-lane exit. They have stop signs. There's no red light right there. They just have a stop sign. The people on Cypress, which is what I was on, have the right of way. And this guy come off of the interstate and just blew through the stop sign at 60 miles an hour and just about creamed me. But there's a good wreck right there. There's a good accident right there. But luckily, because of what I've done for a living for so long, I'm still constantly watching everything around me. And I seen him coming, and I got on the brakes and got stopped before I smashed into the side of him, because that's ultimately what would have happened. Because I would have creamed him. It wouldn't have been a T-bone, but I definitely would have got the whole passenger side of his Tahoe. He was driving a Tahoe. This McDonald's I just passed, or about to pass right here on the right, I can sit here at night after 10 o'clock and just run nonstop out of this as much as I want. The dorms are right up here on the left. And these kids at 10 o'clock at night, they start getting back from the bars. It's all they do. It's the only thing open is McDonald's right here on the strip after 10 during the week. And they know it. And that's all they do is sit there and order McDonald's all day long. Sit there and order McDonald's all day long. Tried fixing that a little bit. I'll have to work on it a little more when I actually get stopped again. So we're less than a half a mile from the first delivery. This first delivery paid, the pay from Uber was $5.41 on it. And then whatever tip I get. It takes about 30 to 40 minutes for the tips to show up. So we're going to Stars Hall. So it's this big building up here on the right. And then they have just a nice little pull-in area. I come to this one a lot. So one thing about the dorms here is you're not allowed to go inside. So they have to come outside and get their food. She's standing here waiting. Hi.
Hi.
Your name?
Ellie?
Yeah, this is for you.
Oh, thank you.
That's yours. And this is yours.
Oh my gosh.
You got
Thank
it?
you. Yep.
Thank you. You have a great day. So she was out here waiting. So now I just mark it as delivered, and it routes me to the next one. And in the meantime, I'm going to take 30 seconds to fix this really quick. There we go. That'll be good enough for right now. So that was quick and easy. That was $5.41 plus tip. And when the tip shows up, I'll let you guys know what it was. Out of those restaurants, tips usually run between $2 and $5. Out of Outback, they usually run between $7 and $9 a piece. So it's fairly simple to like build up a lot of tips really quick at a lot of these restaurants. So we need to find Doyle. I'm looking for Doyle Carlton Drive. I do happen to know where this is. I believe this is going to be the hotel. And now they can put notes in here for you. This one has no notes. Like the last one said it was at Stars Hall. This one does not. Now this is the downtown area. You're going to see a lot of foot traffic through here. See, and they have these scooters here, man. They have scooters you can rent in downtown Tampa through Uber and Bird, I think it's called. Sorry guys, I'm trying to fix this tape I put down here because it did a terrible job so far today. Get this thing moving. You know, it did pretty good till I took the phone off the thing. But, and then I can adjust through that. There we go. So it says 150 foot, so I'm assuming we are going to be turning right here. Oh, can't turn here, road's closed. So I'm gonna have to go straight. So there must be some event today. So I'm gonna have to go down a little further and turn up here on Ashley, which is also backed up, as you can see. What I should have done is just turned around and went back down South Boulevard. That would have been a smarter move. It's too late now, though. Because we could have stayed out of downtown completely. So we're 1.2 miles from making the drop off. This is downtown Tampa. Doesn't get much more downtown than this. We're pretty much right in the middle of it. But we are only 1.2 miles from the delivery. And one of the reasons we had to kind of go this way is because of all the one-way streets in this area. There's a lot. So I got to turn right here. Well, you know what? I don't have to. I'm not going to. So, oh, I could have. They're all waiting for parking. So we're just going to go up here to the next street. We're just going to turn right up here on Tampa Street. All those people are trying to get into parking, public parking. That's why it's backed up like that. So you got to wait for people in the crosswalks everywhere down through here. Very popular area on the weekends during the day. A lot of shops, a lot of good restaurants. Now, I will tell you, I run this area during the week for lunch, and it is not an easy area to run. That is for sure. And the biggest problem is getting parking to pick up your orders. When you're attempting to pick up orders down here during the week, it is not an easy situation. So they do have some new parking spots they put in down through here to help us out a little bit. They specifically say 15-minute food service delivery parking only. And they are enforcing that and towing cars out who end up parking there long term. So that's kind of good. That's giving us a little bit of a breather, but not much. So there's a lot of times I park in the street. A lot of times I park on the curb, half in the street. And as long as you're fast down through here and they know what you're doing, they usually don't mess with you. These are all one-way streets. They're 3-4 lanes apiece. It's not like you're blocking the only lane. You just have to be smart about what you do. Another thing I like too is there's a lot of valet parking because parking's so scarce. And a lot of times if you just pull up to the valet booth and tell the guy, hey, I got an Uber to pick up, he'll just tell you, hey, just leave your car right there, just be quick. You can just run and be like super duper quick, and they'll take care of you that way. So this is real close to where we were a minute ago. So I gotta watch this truck. He was thinking about pulling out in front of me. So I think this is a DoorDash guy in front of me, or Pizza Hut or something. See, I got stuck right there. I got the whole road blocked, but luckily nobody came because they stepped out in the crosswalk, decided they needed to get through there. That's another thing I'll say too. These crosswalks around here, they don't hesitate. You better watch them. They know they have the right of way in the state of Florida. They will walk right out in front of you. You better be ready to stop. See, we're almost there. 0.3. See, like that guy, he was in turn only lane on my right. Decided to just be easier just to do 35 miles an hour in a 20, and well, it's a 30 mile an hour zone, but we got to turn up here before that bridge on DeLeon Street. Yep, this is it. South Cedar. So I do have a manual car, so that kind of sucks for this. Looking for 410. That's 420. I think this is Gray Building right here. If I'm not mistaken, it is. Yep, this is it right here. So I'm going to run this in real quick and drop it off. I'm going to run this in and I'll be back. This is good food. It smells yummy. I wish I could eat this. Ain't no joke. All right, that's done and over with. Delivery made. We'll see what they ended up doing for that total. And then, so $7.46 for that trip, plus the tips when they come in. I'm gonna guess and say it's gonna be a total of about $6 in tips, so that's gonna pay about $13.50, $13.46. You know, and I usually run about 20 runs a day. On average. I'm going to get out of the drive and I'll turn you guys back around. So we are going to simply turn this way because this road, this is going to be bumpy, guys. This is old school road here. Let me turn this around. Let me stop. There we go. Now I can touch it. There we go. There's an old brick road here. It's gonna be a little bumpy. Camera gonna be a little shaky. So he asked me if all 3 sandwiches were in the bag, and I had to explain to him that you know, these restaurants seal these bags up and we are not allowed to open them and check their order. That's another thing. Most of these restaurants seal the bags with staples or stickers or something, and we are not allowed to open that bag. We are not even allowed to double check to make sure the whole order is in there. We just pick the bag up, go deliver it. That's it. And then if there's a problem with the order, then they have to call the restaurant. They have to contact Uber and the restaurant in order to get it resolved. The drivers don't have to do anything. So like I don't have to deal with any kind of customer complaints, missing food, missing drinks, anything. I simply pick the food up, drop the food off. And if there's any problems, that's between the customer, Uber, and the restaurant that prepared the order. And so I really like that. See if we can sneak back over into Soho really quick. See what we can get through here. Yeah, they're all turning, so must not be anybody coming. Work our way back into the hot zone and wait for some more. So as of right now, if someone wants to put it in there, the running tally of right now is $7.46. That is where we are at this exact minute. $7.46. So this is right here. This is a super popular area. This was actually closed off last weekend. And it may be again. Ooh, that was a good bump. And I'm only doing 13 guys hitting that bump. This area is super busy all the time. Now it's open this weekend, but see, they got a lot of rental bikes here too. You'll see this whole rack up here. You can rent these bikes online through like Uber. You see the scooters, the bikes. It's really neat. All you have to do is have the app, like the Uber app, and you go and these scooters and bikes have barcodes on them. You scan the barcode in the app. You go to the bike and I think it's called bike and scooter section, and you scan the barcode and you pay, and it's like 29 or 39 cents a minute or something like that for as long as you ride it. And then when you're done, you just park it wherever you're at, like on the sidewalk. Like you see a scooter coming up right here on the right, like that's where somebody ran out of money or where they needed to go. You just leave it there, and then they have contractors that go around at night and pick them all up, charge them up, and then put them back where they want to put them. So we got another delivery. Oh, I missed it. I didn't hear it. That's not good. We had a delivery come in and I missed it because my earpiece is dead. So let's get the other one in. Here we go. Now I got it in, so now we're good. The volume was all the way down on the phone. Ow. I don't like missing deliveries. We're gonna hang a left here, or try to. That's never an easy process right here. Pretty much you've got to sit in the middle and wait for the red light and then go, or else you're not getting through there. And we just got the red light, so now I get to go, and everybody get mad at me because I just blocked them from turning. You know, I don't even know, I think I saw that. I think it said something about super stickers. I don't know anything about them. The super stickers are fairly new. I don't really know anything about them. We're going to turn back down Alita here after I let this guy out. I always try to be cool and let someone else out if I can, because that's the only way you're going to get anywhere in this town is if you take turns. Here we go. Got a feeling it's pretty busy through here. I got a feeling my little parking area is going to be full. We may have to. I don't think we'll be waiting very long, though, to be honest with you. Yeah, this is completely full over here. No spots, no spots. Thank you for the super chat. I'll read you. Give me a second and I'll look and see what you asked now that I'm stopped. Can you lease a truck for Utah terminal? Yes. Yes. They have success leasing, as far as I know, at Pittston, Salt Lake City, and Springfield. They have offices at all three. We're gonna go back up South Howard here. Sucks I missed that run. I'm waiting on this little boy. He didn't want to. I don't know what happened there. For some reason it cut off and went back to YouTube. But I'm back. Yeah, so that was really weird. But now you guys are going to have to look at me because I can't be hitting buttons while I'm driving. So the whole phone just like froze up and it brought up my YouTube. It brought up like normal YouTube, and then all of a sudden it went back to my live and said you're live. I can flip it around now. There we go. Because I am stopped again, red light. Hi, Miss Marie, how are you? How's that crazy dog of yours? So we'll go to another area right here in Soho and see if we can't find a parking spot back here behind Evo's right here. This is another place that I utilize often for parking while waiting in between. As you can see, I try to stay super close to this area. Chad, I'm trying. Trying, brother. We ain't got nothing right now. We just took a double a second ago. How you doing, brother? And now we're just parked and sitting and waiting. It says finding trips. And see the app. The app's pretty good. At the top it shows you where you're at for the day money-wise. And then at the bottom it says online looking for trips. I don't know why I got my headlights on. Like I'm driving a truck or something, driving around with my headlights on all the time. Another thing I like too as an Uber Eats driver, a lot of these restaurants give us free drinks. We can utilize their facilities, you know, get a refreshment. McDonald's is really good about it. You know, and I've learned a lot of that's with area. So there's some areas I go in to pick up food. The bathrooms have a code that you have to punch in to get into them. Because they have issues with vagrants camping out in their bathrooms. And when you go to the counter and you order something, your receipt has a bathroom code on the bottom. That's good for 30 minutes. So you can get in and out of the bathroom. And no joke, guys, that's true. I'd never seen nothing like it until I started running Uber Eats. Went into some of these harder areas of Tampa, which now I no longer go to, but when I first started, I had to figure out the area. You roll down all these windows and get this car turned off. But now I figured out the area a little better. And so I kind of know where to stay. I kind of know where's hot and where's not. Well, Will, I don't have a 4-door car. That's why I don't do passengers. So I don't do passengers, bud. If I had a 4-door, I'd be doing passengers instead of eats. But I don't have a 4-door. And they only allow you to do passengers with a 4-door. Holy crap, Will. How many are you going to send, buddy? This one's empty. That one is empty. Put it in my boot so there's no spillage from the bottom. So guys, yet last night I was in downtown. And I shit you not, it's like 9 o'clock at night. Or no, it was 2 nights ago. I was in downtown. This is laying on the sidewalk. No joke. This is laying on the sidewalk. So I picked it up. It's motion picture money. Look, I've never seen it before. I've heard about it. But this is the money they use in movies. Right here. That's why you'll never see a close-up of a $100 bill in a movie. They're just in stacks, you know. And I knew when I picked it up, I didn't have to look at it. I could tell by the feel that it was fake. But it says for motion picture use only. Let me see what the signatures are on it. I haven't checked that. Oh, it's got the actual Secretary of Treasury and all that on it. But it says for motion picture use only. So I thought that was kind of cool. Someone's playing a good joke. Someone's playing a good joke. Melissa, I probably never, to be honest with you. That's the reality of it. Probably never. You know, I have no desire. And then there's been some changes in my dad's situation, and so I kind of need to be close. Oh yeah, Chris, that would be funny. You know, it doesn't say President Chad on it, but we could make some, and instead of Ben Franklin, have Chad Rich on there. I may do that. I have some pictures of Chad Rich. I may try to get into a printing software and see if we can't print something up with Chad Rich's face on it. See if we can't figure something out. So, got a lot of friends in here right now, so I'll kind of go over this one time only. So everybody knows my dad's been real sick, and his wife, my stepmother, who he's been married to for 30 years, has been a godsend. She has been, my dad first got sick 20 years ago. It just past October. He's been sick ever since. So she's been basically, you know, he's been able to do stuff and take care of himself up until recently, but, you know, she's been always there for him. Unfortunately, shockingly, she passed away on Tuesday. And so this amazing, unselfish woman who has been taking care of my father, has been his life partner for 30 plus years now. I mean, went from mowing the grass and cutting the trees last week to no longer with us this week. And so this was quite the shock to my entire family. My dad is devastated by it. And it's going to change the logistics of everyday life for my father, for my sister, for me. So there's going to be a lot of things that we have to do on a daily basis that we weren't doing before. And so mainly I'll be honest with you, mainly my sister, my baby sister, I call her my baby sister. She just turned 40 this year, or last year. But my baby sister is like stepped up and is just handling it. Like she did everything. She took care of it all. Everything that needed to be done this week, she handled it. She didn't complain. She didn't grouch. And she didn't let it overwhelm her. My brother Anthony flew in this week, or not flew in, he drove in this week. He's flying home. He drove in with his family, his wife and kids had already planned on being here for other things. So he jumped in the car and comes down with them. He's going to fly home on Monday. So he's here right now. And many of you know he's a physician. So he's been with Dad this weekend, taking care of him, just kind of watching over him. I had breakfast with my father yesterday morning and my brother. I went over, took breakfast. We sat down, had breakfast together, spent a few hours together talking. I will be there again tomorrow morning. And it's going to be a long process of getting a lot of things taken care of. You know. Thank you, Ralph. Appreciate that. So yeah, it was very shocking. I'll be honest with you, when I got the phone call on Tuesday from my brother, I was right in the middle of delivery. I didn't answer the phone. I let it go to voicemail while I made the delivery. And when I got back in the car, and the message said, "Hey, you need to call me immediately," I expected the worst with my father. So I was getting ready to turn around and head back to St. Pete. And it was probably 9 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. And then he informed me that it was actually my stepmom. And so, you know, and here's the thing, you know, just to be very transparent with everybody. I didn't have no great relationship with my stepmom. They were together for 30 years, but when my dad had gained custody of us kids from my mother, basically my mother gave us up, okay? So the state of Florida stepped in and said, "Hey, you need to make some changes in your life." My mom said, "No, I'm not going to do it. Just take my kids." That's no joke. That's true story. Sad true story. Amazingly sad true story that I've never talked about. But my mother was required to make some changes in her life. She refused to do it. She decided just give the kids up and keep living my life the way I am. And my dad gained custody of us all. And when that happened, he actually lived separately from his wife until my baby sister turned 18. So my dad and us kids had a house that we lived in, and my stepmom and her mom had a house. So I never kind of had a chance to grow the relationship with her like my sister did. So my brother Sean had a decent relationship with Sharon. My sister had a really good relationship with Sharon. And so for my sister to be handling all of this and suffering the kind of loss that I am not, I'm very sad. It hurts me to see how much pain my father is in. I think that's the part that bothers me the most. But I'm able to keep my emotions together and be there to help them handle things without the extreme emotional side of it pouring in. And my other brother's the same way. But I tell you, my sister, man, she's tough as nails. She's tough as nails, man. I did not expect to see her step up in the form she has when this went down. I did not. I thought it was going to be a very tough process. I thought there was going to be a lot of scrambling. Oh no, what do we do? And, you know, because Dad needs everyday help. You know, Dad needs more than just people visiting him in his current condition. You know, my dad is very ill. He's 78 years old, and he's 130 pounds and is in a lot of pain all the time. So But my little sister just stepped right up, like, amazingly. So we got to run, guys, just so you know. That's why I started driving. We're actually going to Soho Juice Company right here to pick up a delivery. I'm not even sure where it goes. Thank you, Joe. I'll read that in a minute. I gotta try to park. There's no freaking parking here at all. Oh yeah, there is right here on the end. One spot. Prime, I promise. If you lease at Prime, can you get special specs on the truck? And no, you can do that as a lease. You can do that. You can do that as a lease. So, guys, I'm gonna actually leave the phone where it's at this time, because last time, oh man, I messed it up. Last time I took it off of there and it kind of messed everything up. So I'm gonna leave it just sitting there, and I'm gonna run in and get this order. It should be ready. So I'll be right back. All right, so we've got the juice. This is one of those like all natural juicing places, smoothies, all that stuff. So this goes 2.7 miles. This goes to an area that I normally don't necessarily take deliveries to, but since we sat for a few minutes and it was kind of slow, I went ahead and took it just to have a delivery. I mean, look, in my car, I can pretty much take any delivery and make profit off of it because of the fuel mileage I get. You know, when you're putting 30 in the city and 40 on the highway, everything's pretty much profitable. If you're getting paid anything to really drive, you know, and these runs average $1.75 a mile, $1.80 a mile. And when you're turning that kind of money, it's pretty easy in a good car. You see a big party going on here on the right. All these bars are like this all the time, guys. This one's closed. It ain't open yet. How long was the background check for Uber Eats? About 2 or 3 days, but here's the thing. It wasn't the background check that held me up. It was the fact that, if I'd have known this, I'd have done it different, but I didn't. I assume this is what the problem was. I had ordered their little Visa card, and they wouldn't activate my account until I got it. And I had someone tell me, no, that's not accurate. It was just weird timing. No, like, I got the card, and the minute I opened it and activated it, my account went live. So they definitely were waiting on me to receive that card and activate it. No doubt about it. Because the minute I hung the phone up from activating that card, I was able to start taking deliveries. So this one's 2.4 miles away, guys. This is actually going to go up by not super far from Raymond James Stadium, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play, and also by George Steinbrenner Field, where the Yankees are doing spring training. So maybe when we leave this one, we'll go down there, and you guys will see that stuff. This is where that accident is, right here on this corner. Right here to our left. You see them over there still. I see the one car. Oh, they had second cars over there too. That was a pretty good wreck. Both of those cars are totaled out. And one of them was a fairly large Nissan SUV. And it's gone. Go ahead and get over. Big bumps coming up. It's one of them roads they just need to replace, but instead they keep filling potholes. Oh, it wanted me to change. Oh, it wanted me to turn, and I didn't. I don't know what in the world this thing's doing. It's acting really weird. So I had the GPS sitting here on another holder on the vent. And I don't know what it's doing, but we're going to go. Luckily, you know, I've gotten familiar with the area, so I know where I'm going. Famous last words from a guy, right? I know where I'm going. So I stay in a pretty small confined area, just to be honest with you. I don't, like I said, I don't take super duper long runs anymore. When I first started doing it, I didn't know no better. But over time, I've learned. And like, so yesterday I worked all day and I made like $181. It was put in about a 10-hour day. Made $181, and I didn't put but like 110 miles on the car, just because I refused everything that was super long. If it was more than probably 4 miles, I didn't take it. I think 4 miles is probably the longest run I took last night, and I only took it because it was an Outback run, Outback Steakhouse run. And I'm glad I took it because it ended up being a double, and I got a $5.15 tip on one delivery and like a $10 and something tip on the other. And so that ended up being like a grand total of a 7-mile trip, and ended up paying $29.18 after tip. So this is a cold smoothie, so I put it in the temperature controlled bag. We actually do a lot of ice cream, believe it or not, from Yogurtology and what's the other one? Cold Stone Creamery. So we do a lot of ice cream from both of those. And so that temperature bag comes in real handy. Keeps that ice cream good and solid, doesn't let it melt in this Florida heat. So we're about 1.5 miles from delivery. I could have took the interstate over to Dale Mabry and went up, but I don't know what's going on today. And the last thing I wanted to do was get stuck on Dale Mabry and there'd be a baseball game this afternoon. I never would have made it up here. It would have took me, you know, an extra 20 minutes just to fight that traffic. But I'll go back that way, show you guys the stadium. Old George Steinbrenner Field. You know, I hope they are. If they're going to play ball day, I hope they are, because it's a very pretty day out for it. This road's just, you know, taking the back road is just easier. You know, you have some stop signs, you have some lights, but you're not dealing with the crazy traffic or the crazy people like that trying to get T-boned by this guy beside me. Got to drink the dew, man. Got to do the dew. That's for sure. Let's hang a left here, cut across. See what kind of situation this puts us in. Should be okay. When I get stopped up here at this red light, I want to check the notes. See if there's any notes on this one. I usually like to do that before I leave after the 01, we'll say. Oh, someone's jamming out today. Nope, no notes. Let's see what they're listening to. Not my type of music. But they are jamming out. It's one thing about a college area, they love their music. Hopefully this guy don't pull out in front of me. So like I said, this is an area I usually don't go to. Just because the tips aren't quite as well as south of the interstate. Pretty much if you can stay south of the interstate, the tip rate and percentage is pretty good. Up here, not so much. So like I tried running St. Petersburg, Pinellas Park a couple Fridays ago. I ran it for like 3 days a couple weeks ago, and it was just didn't even come close. Not even close. I think I ran over there one day, almost 11 hours, made like $150. If I come over here and run 11 hours, I'm going to make $220 to $250. Turn on MacDill. And then right on Ivy Street. I can't see that, but I see orange. Thank you to whoever that was for the super chat. It's much appreciated. I'll look at it here momentarily when I get stopped. Should be the third house on the right. Right there, looks like there's 2 people out there right now talking. Yep, that is it. Yep, this is it. Let me go deliver this and I'll take a peek at that super chat. I shall return momentarily. In a minute. How's it going, man? I guess this is someone inside. So the name was Sabatin, in case anyone stiffs you today. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Well, I usually get a stiff or two throughout the day. I'll be honest. It's not all peaches and cream. But I will tell you, it's pretty low. The stiff rate's pretty low. I mean, I get some dollars, and I'm okay with that. I mean, if that's all someone can afford, and they give you $1, hey, that's better than nothing. You know, they're just doing what they can do. So that one just paid a few bucks. The total is now $11.47. That one paid $3, I guess, because I think we were at $7.47. We paid $4. Yep. So we're at $11.47, and now we're gonna find our way back to the area I like to be in, which is actually straight ahead of us. But like I said, I wanted to see about, we're not going to be able to get to, I don't know, let's see what road this is. I know where the stadiums are. We kind of to our right, but I don't know if we can see them from Columbus, which is where we are. So we probably will not get to see them. We'll probably just go and creep back down into Soho again. I came off of MacDill. MacDill's a good road to take, so we're gonna hang a left. Oh shit, I'm in a car. I could have just went and I didn't. But that's all right. This guy's turning with no blinker. I love you, man. Love you too. Use your blinker next time. Gotta love it. Hey, Mom, what's this little stick on the side of the steering wheel? I turned totally early. I was supposed to keep going for another half a mile, I think, over to McDill. That's all right. We'll just take a Banna. Old school back road again, guys. Here we go. Bricks in the road. So when my deliveries come in and my GPS and for routing information, all that, the reason you guys don't hear it is I have an AirPod in my left ear, and so all of that comes off of the other phone and goes into the AirPod, so you guys can't hear it. I don't have it on speaker. Not a bad little area down through here. Well kept up. Some nice houses, some, decent houses down through here. Now tonight, when we start getting the dinner rush and start getting like the Outback Steakhouse runs and stuff, you guys are going to see some pretty nice areas. I'm going to tell you, Tampa had some areas in it that even surprised me, and I grew up down here. But there's some neighborhoods and some large areas that I was very impressed with the first times I went in there. In this area right here, I mean, this is just college kids. Many of these houses have been converted into multi-dwelling units, 2, 3 small apartments. People getting the most bang for their buck when they make investments in these homes. There's the fire maintenance, city maintenance department for the fire department. Oh, I only did one more so far. I've only done one more so far, which doesn't surprise me. I was kind of wondering about today because spring break started on Friday. And so a large percentage of the population of the area that I run or try to stay in is gone right now, probably. They're out on a beach somewhere catching the coronavirus. Except it's not the flu-like one, it's the beer-like one. You know, it's 250. Things will really pick up here probably. It's super busy after 7, like super busy. Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, between 7 and 10, I can make $100 usually, because they're all big dinner runs and they all tip well. All that comes into play. So I usually just take my time. I go back down to Soho and just wait for the next one. That's why I don't go far from this area. And this is usually like what they call the surge area. This is where the bonus money always is. It's right down in this area as well, because such a large percentage of the orders come out of this area. Order some food and bring it to Springfield. You know what? If I did Uber Eats in Springfield, there'd be way too many people having a good time at my expense. I'd probably stay quite busy. You know, another thing is, your people are seeing this is how your food is handled start to finish. I know there's people out there who wonder, hey, when you order from these companies, how safe is it really, I do my best to keep the food hot and safe. I want to deliver food to somebody that I would be proud to deliver to my own family, let my own kids eat. That was almost a wreck. That guy that was on the in that left lane right there in that Mercedes SUV just stopped in the travel lane, and that Toyota Tacoma that's probably going to come past us here in a minute just about rear-ended him. Look at this guy, he's a hero. Just cut right out in front of traffic on his bicycle. I can't imagine having to drive areas like this constantly in a truck. It's another reason why I don't really desire to even look into too much of the local scene for trucking, because I drive these streets in a car and I know what it's like. I can't even imagine trying to maneuver these streets and this traffic and these pedestrians in a truck. So all I'm doing is working my way right back to where I was. We're gonna just get over here because this is the lane I want. Maybe there's a restaurant down here called Taco Dirty. We'll probably get a run or two out of there today. That almost always happens. It's right here in the same little area. Like I said, I don't know. With all the college kids being on spring break, I don't know how many of them are still in the area. skip Horatio, take the next one, and it should put us right in the parking lot at Evo's. I do believe. Another good thing about Evo's is they got a bathroom right in the back door, so you don't like have to walk through the front of everybody to use the restroom. And so I utilize their facilities a lot, just like I'm about to when we get there. It's right here on the left. Go right in this first door, and their bathroom is right there. Back in. Back in gangster style, like I'm gonna have to leave in a hurry. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm not taking you to the restroom. I'll give you a view of the parking lot. All right, I'm back. Let's see. What's going on, man? So the first tip just came in. So let's see which one it was. Which one was it? Let's see. To North Boulevard. So it was the one we took to the dorms. If you guys remember, the girl was waiting outside for me. She tipped $4.36. So there's the first tip today. That takes today's running total up to 1583. And as you can see, we really haven't done much. Just kind of hanging today. It figures I'd do this on a slow day, right? But that's okay, because it gives me a little bit of time to spend with you guys and interact a little bit. Like last Saturday, there's no way I could have really had much interaction other than just talking to you guys as I was moving place to place, because it was so busy. Basically now I'm just biding time until the dinner rush starts. We'll get a few more runs probably. My guess is by 5 o'clock, be sitting somewhere around 50 bucks, 40, 50 bucks, and then make $100 at dinner, between 100 and 120 probably at dinner, and probably close the day at about $170. If you're the type that wants to look at something and get the best hourly pay for your time, you really want to only run Dinner Rush for Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever. The Dinner Rush is where the money's at. There's like probably a 4.5 hour window there, 5 to 9:30, that you can do easily make $100 to $120 in those 4.5 hours. I don't mind coming out there in a day, making an extra 40 or 50 bucks, and then making the Dinner Rush, and then using my free time to do stuff like this. Yeah, Jeff Rowe. My stepmother passed away on Tuesday. I mean, just totally unexpected, just to be honest. Yeah, Swade, there's a lot of areas that are bad for Uber Eats. That's why I always, that's why I say in these videos when I talk about Uber Eats at all, you have to live in a right area to do it. Same thing with Uber or Lyft or whatever. You have to live in the right areas. So I remember when I was in Idaho, walked to a pizza joint and didn't want to walk back, so we took an Uber. And that guy come and got us. It was in Twin Falls. That guy come and got us, and he was running Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. He was running all four. And he was telling me that he made, if he worked 10 hours a day, he'd make about $800 a week. That was it. That's all he could make in a 70-hour week. But he enjoyed doing it because he said the job he had, he was making like $7.25 an hour. And so he's making $300 a week for a 40-hour week. So he doesn't mind doing it. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. There's enough write-offs in this. Yep. Yeah, there's just enough you write off everything. Your mileage, your cell phone. I mean, you name it, you're writing it off. And there's enough of that at the end of the year you're not in a taxable bracket. What it boils down to. Now keep in mind though, also my income, my income's cut in half compared to what I made trucking. But like I said, luckily we live in a way that's still plenty to live off of. I don't have, we don't have a bunch of brand new cars and trucks and, $2,000 mortgage payments and, credit cards out the wazoo, and we don't have none of that. Someone's calling in. Let's see. What's up, brother? I'm live. I've been live all day. I've been live for about 2 hours. I'm live right now. What's going on? It's Stuber Uber on the phone. You're in my ear though. They can't hear you, but yeah. Stuber Uber helped me get started in this. Just kind of explain the process to me. So yeah, I've just been taking them cruising around. Dude, slow day though, man. Spring break's in. Spring break started, man. It's slow, and I didn't get out here till 1. The baby didn't want to let me leave this morning. So well, it was baby and wife. So my wife was cleaning the house, and I was entertaining the baby. And so he didn't want me to go. No, not that I've seen. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ain't no telling what Chad. Ain't no telling what kind of trouble Chad Rich is getting into. I guarantee you it's something. So guys, another tip just came in. I don't know what it is yet though. We'll have to look. Let's see. I believe it's from the first run. It is. So the second tip was $6.78. So that run ended up paying a total of $18.60 total after tip. So it was 2 deliveries, 41 right now. There was 60 earlier. It was 2 deliveries. 1 tip was $4.36. 1 was $6.78. Total of $18.60. Yes. Truckers. Yeah. Truckers, brother. Oh, that's always fun. Yep. Well, if you're going to New Mexico, though, man, that's gonna be a pretty good deadhead. Yeah, you're gonna have a long deadhead out. Yeah, where are you going to New Mexico? Los Lunas. Yeah, you're gonna have to deadhead out of there. Yeah, they're gonna deadhead you out of there. Or back to Fontana, or no, dude. No, dude. They'll deadhead you back to Texas, probably, to one of the meet down the down to Cargill or something. Yeah, that's Clovis. Yeah, you go to Clovis. Yeah, but my guess is you'll get a meatloaf going to the northeast out of Texas, which will make it worth the deadhead. That'll make it worth it. Right off the wear and tear. Yeah, you can write off a lot of things, man. You can write off a lot of things here. So I'll holler at you later, man. See it. Yeah, you can write off a lot doing this. That's one reason I like it. There's a lot of write-offs. Pretty much anything you do, you can write off. I hope that. I wonder if that's getting an air. Oh, see, I can block that. That looks better if I can block it at one spot right there. Yeah, Jeffro, thanks. I mean, life is life, guys. That's why I always try to tell everybody, make tomorrow better than today. All right? Whatever you can do, make tomorrow better than today, because we just never know. You never know what day you're going to get the one thing you're guaranteed in life, and that's death. So make tomorrow better than today. You know, don't hold grudges. Don't hate. You know, if there is someone in your life that causes you to feel hate, just get them out of your life. It's really simple. All right? Life's too short to feel hate in it. Just simply move on from that person into somebody else. All right? Because life's way too short. There's no sense in wasting all that emotion and all that energy to hate someone. That's just my personal opinion. So the running total for today is 2261 now after that second tip. And so I'll probably make 25 bucks off those 3 runs I've made so far, which is about right. Or be like Marley and growl at people. Yeah, or you can be like Marley. Me and my pup played today. I used to play with him a lot when he was little, you know. He grew up on a truck. And then when my wife was pregnant, he went home with my wife. He's been home for, so he's been home 7 years. He's 10. He spent the first 3 years of his life on a truck. He went home with my wife prior to my son being born, or prior to her being pregnant. He's been home a long time. And so today was the first day we like wrestled, me and my dog. And he's little and we were going at it. We were going at it good. I like to kind of like pinch his butt, like he's biting my hand, and that's how they do. I'll grab his tail or pinch his butt, and he gets fired up, starts growling and yelping and biting me. So he had a lot of fun with that. Something I don't get to do with him very often. Yeah, it's something I don't get to do with him very often anymore, or haven't in years. But now that I'm home, I can start doing stuff like that again. All right, guys, here you go. There's a little treat for the gentleman in the group. There you go. That was my good deed of the day right there. That was my good deed of the day for you guys. If I'd have took you, hey, look, if I'd have took the camera into the juice company where I picked up, there'd be 200 people in this room right now. That's part of being in a college area. How's the little boy doing? He's doing great. We did numbers today. We worked on numbers today, me and him a little bit. We took out his number cards and I mixed them all up and set them on the table, and he had to tell me what the number was and then find the matching one. So that was fun. He was watching a movie when I left. Family is most important. It really is, guys. Family is most important, and I'm learning that. And I didn't realize that, right? So, oh, I'm going back to the juice company. Oh my gosh. I've got to go back to the juice company. If I take you guys in there, I'm going to take you guys in there, all right? For the ladies in the room, I'm going to apologize in advance. For the men in the room, I'm going to say you're welcome. And you will not want to miss. Do not turn this camera off or step away from the camera, because it's literally across the street. It's going to take me less than a minute to get there. And I just don't even know how to describe this. You're just going to have to see it for yourself. And all I can say is welcome to Tampa. Welcome to Florida. Oh, well, let's just turn this around. So the juice company is where? Left. So I don't see it. That's because I'm one street down further than I'm used to being. It's not in this one. How did I miss it? Oh, I did miss it. It was right there. Son of a gun. I was just there a minute ago and I still managed to drive by it just now. So we're going to do some of that four-wheel driving butthole stuff. We're just going to like whip U-turns and turn around and safely do some stuff. And it's legal. There was nothing illegal. Y'all got me all sidetracked. See, but like, see like this right here, this is some butthole driving right here, but I went ahead and cut in front of her because she's going like 10 miles an hour, which is cool because that's about what you have to do in Soho. I'll just be honest with you, because the people will just walk right out in front of you if you're not careful. And I'm parked kind of like a douchebag too, but all right. I didn't mean to do that. All right, so I'm going to take you guys in. I better move my fingers though. And we're going to go in here and pick up this juice. Let's see what we're picking up. A Pick 5 bowl and a Daydreamer bowl. Is what we are getting, and we shall see. Eric. Thank you. Wasn't the same one. So therefore, because it was a different one, I didn't. That's a shame though, because y'all wanted a treat. Oh yeah, everything's a ghost town, man. It's spring break, brother. It's spring break. It's spring break right now. That's why it's slow right now. That's why I'm just taking pretty much anything they send me right now. Because it is slow. Running total is 2261, by the way. So we're going to head up to, where are we going? 2.7 miles. We're going to go to a bunch of new condos, and it's pretty much all college kids that live there. But there's these two big, huge condo buildings they built down here, and it looks like, when I just checked it out on the map, and based on the door code to get into the building, I'm starting to remember a lot of the door codes and the gate codes in some of these communities that I'm used to going to all the time. I'm starting to remember all of them. I think they just had a fight right there. Looked like they were over there breaking something up. So you can see right here, this bar, the Soho Saloon, it's kind of it's got a pretty good crowd today. Them that one big pack of people still sitting on the end. This bar's pretty full. This bar right here on the right at night, this is like the happening place. There's Taco Dirty. You guys can see the sign for Taco Dirty. Oh, I see what happened. This thing got all... That's why the phone's wobbling so bad. Yeah, old Taco Dirty. That place is happening too. It's always a big long line to get food in there. Must be a hockey game today. So one thing I can say, you know, baseball has not done well in this area, you know, in St. Pete, Tampa. You know, the attendance for the Rays is always really low. It's not really a happening kind of deal, but when it comes to their hockey, these people go absolutely crazy over some hockey. That arena is full every night, sold out for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Let me get over. some space to parallel. I'm gonna look for South Dakota Avenue. That's what she's ringing in my ear, 300 foot. Here it is. Bumpity bump. The phone mount got kind of shifted when I went inside and took the phone off. We gotta go up to the next one. Gotta go up to John F. Kennedy. It's gonna be a minute. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna asshole that. I'm gonna have a damn wreck if I go pulling out in front of them people. That's too close. Way too close. Here we go. This is that super busy McDonald's at night. Yeah, so that juice place, I go there a lot. Pull a lot of orders out of there. So we're going to turn back on campus again. Right up through campus. Now, usually when I'm out, I have some music playing and stuff, but I can't do that really with YouTube. It pretty much will just copyright everything for a split second of a song being in the background. So many people in the crosswalks. I gotta fix that mount. That thing is flopping everywhere again. I knew better than to take that phone off that thing. That's what always happens. I'll fix it after I deliver this one. So there's the football field to our right for the University of Tampa. And then this is the dorm we delivered to earlier over here. Wow, that's in a bad spot. What in the world is going on with that thing? Here we go. That'll help a little bit. And then this is the baseball stadium right here on our right, that brown wall and that brick wall. Big bump coming up. Things just flopping everywhere. It's staying up there though. I'm not having to mess with it. It's just doing its own thing. Basically, it's on one of those adjustable tripods. And I bent the legs up in a fashion that will kind of keep it from like flipping over unless it comes towards me. So the only way it's going to fall is if it comes back towards the seats. Come on, people. Because that guy's going, even though I don't have to stop. condos right here to our right. Ugh. Right here to our right is all these condos they built. I don't know if you can see them over there. Yeah, you can see them kind of. One of the hardest parts about this is finding parking. As you can see, they literally park everywhere here. And so this is one where I end up usually making a long walk. I'll be honest with you, I don't mind doing it. I've actually enjoyed the exercise I get since I've been doing Uber Eats. And I'm actually going to turn in here and I'm going to park right here on this grass and we're going to just take a walk. So let's get in here and figure it out. So there's an event going on right here. It's one of the college centers and they definitely have an event going on. I got to figure out how to get up in that grassy knoll with everybody else. There we go, right there where he come out of, I think. All right, guys, so I don't know what happened, but I lost signal. Correct, yeah. For some reason, I got kicked out, too. So, I lost signal as well. I did finally find parking around back. Of this place. But it was not easy. They have an event going on. I went to park over there. And I'm going to number 318. Start 10:01. So, but what I was saying was, one thing has been I get a lot more exercise. So, like a lot more. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot because this says 340. I don't remember it being 340. No. So I'm gonna have to figure out. I think it's on the other side. See if we can get in though. I'm gonna have to walk all the way around. Yep, I got in. So we're good. And I don't have one. However, I did get to walk by the pool. It's much busier than I expected. Okay. So I'm parked back here on Ross Street, I think. All the way on the other side of the building. I think I can get back to the car. I'm glad I'm a walker and a runner. Otherwise, this would have sucked. I need to get my buddy Chad Rich out here doing this. That's what I need to do. Get him out here walking this with me. So there's 3 buildings here. They all have the same address. And the buildings are marked. So he tells me he's in building 2. I get to 318 in building 2. No one answers the door. I send him a message. He goes, oops, I'm in building 1. So I to go back downstairs, through the lobby, across the pool, to get in the other building. There's them scooters right here. I'm gonna show you all them scooters they got around here. They're pretty cool. I see everybody riding them all the time. Let's see if I can turn this around. See, here they are. Rent on Uber. And they have this massive irritating alarm that goes off if you take them too far without paying for them. Whew. See. Oh, now, I did already get another run. So now we just got to go pick it up. But I already got another one. It's This thing is getting crazy because of the way it's sitting in here. See if we can't make some adjustments while we're stopped here really quick to keep it. So I thought it'd be fun to take you guys on that one, but obviously it didn't work out because the signal sucked. I kept losing signal. And so I just eventually gave up. All right. Says we are 1.8 miles from this pickup. So that's kind of scary because I really didn't see where it was headed. I just kind of potlucked it just because it's a slow day, and I thought, well, I'll just take it. I have time to take a couple more before I have to head back down towards my normal dinner area. I seen a truck down here a few weeks ago trying to maneuver that little turn I just did and then take this street. As you can see, there's cars on both sides. There's one of those trees back there's kind of low. It didn't go too well for him. He ended up having to back out the way he came in and blindside like a 90 backwards in order to get where he could get out of here. Just continue. I've been through here before. This is a school right here on our one side. I'll plug this phone in really quick. There we go. Now we're ready to go. So we're going to McDonald's for this pickup. One thing I like at McDonald's is I get me a sweet tea usually. There's a McDonald's right by McDill that if you come to pick up Uber Eats orders, they'll give you a cup, and whoever's working kind of dictates what size cup you get. But most oftenly, I usually get large cups out of there for sweet tea, and that usually lasts me 4 or 5 hours. Go back left on Columbus here. One thing good about if you're rewatching this, or if you're watching this after the live stream, you won't have all those signal loss breaks in there. It'll just be a continuous video, so you'll never know the pain that we went through today doing this live. Because there was just about a 20-minute spot where I had no signal just now. Whoa! I told y'all. If it was gonna fall, it was only coming one way. Well, it definitely went that one way. I just threw it back up there. I'll fix it when I get to the next one. It like really got jacked up too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the I'll buy the stabilizing mount that goes on the windshield, and that way I don't have these issues going forward. I think that would be a good idea. Actually right here the other day. I had an issue with my brake lights the other night, and I stopped at that convenience store right there to try to figure it out. Ended up being my brake switch. Got that fixed. So we will definitely be going into one of the rougher parts of Tampa. Like I said, this is a delivery I normally would not take. But just because of how slow it is today, I thought, well, why not? I'd really like to run this up to $40+ by 5 o'clock. If I can do that and then have a decent dinner, it'll be, $150 to $180 a day. On $10 worth of gas, so that won't be too bad. And not a whole lot of mileage either. Maybe this isn't the McDonald's I'm thinking about. Find out momentarily. Puff on a stick real quick while I have the opportunity. Hopefully this doesn't fall again, because I'm going to whip it out here real quick. It did. I don't think this is the McDonald's I was thinking it was. One McDonald's I was thinking about, I think it's on Florida Avenue. This one's on Armenia. It's a really rough area. Like, I try not to go down there at night. Just because I don't want the cops messing with me. What are you doing down here? What do you think I'm doing down here, man? I'm delivering food. What are you doing down here? Yeah, this is not the one I thought it was. This is a different one. See what we got here. We're a little bouncy, but we survived. Wow, I don't think there's any parking. Well, there's a spot over here, I guess I'll go get. And then just walk back. And just walk back here to Mickey D's. Mickey D's is right behind us. I'm gonna run in there real quick and grab the food, and then I'll be back. And I'm gonna try to pull this shirt down because I'm gonna be butt cracking nobody. All right, we got the food. Well, one thing I didn't like is I didn't like the way they put the drink in there. Well, hopefully it holds. But it's just kind of sitting in there, and I don't like that. That's not a good thing. If that thing goes over, it'll be a mess. Uh-oh. There we go. I guess I already showed it picked up. I tried to show it picked up again. I think I showed it delivered. Oh, it's not very far away. Yeah, it's not very far away at all. So let's go see. It's like 2 miles away. Actually goes up into a pretty nice area, to be honest with you. I don't know why it came all the way from down here. I'm sure there's a McDonald's closer to their house. They must not have any drivers closer. That's what usually happens. Is when these orders come in, even though they have a closer restaurant to your house of that type, like a McDonald's, they send it to a different one because that's where their driver's at. So that's kind of what they have to do. I'm trying to be careful right through here. That was a mess. A lot of people spread out everywhere right there. I forgot to flip the camera around, so you guys just have to stare at me for the next 5 minutes or 6 minutes. 9 minutes, actually, according to this. Yeah, I guarantee there's a closer McDonald's to their house than 9 minutes away. You pretty much can't sneeze anymore without running into a McDonald's. Especially in high population areas. Making a west on MLK. Light just turned green for me. Unlucky day, perhaps. Ooh, that was a good bump. That sent the camera kind of tailing around, didn't it? Right on Himes. Like a small adjustment there. There we go. About to get a red light anyhow. I'll get this switched around. Let y'all stare out the window instead of at me. You don't want to see this ugly mug anyhow. There we go. Let's do that. Kind of tilt it up a little bit even. Let's deliver some food. So the running total for today is $27.39. That will advance rapidly, probably after 5:36. 7 to 9:30, 7 to 10 is like the time. It's like that's when, if you can be in the right location, you can crush it. Especially with all the bonuses they give during dinner rush. 5 to 9 is when Uber Eats gives all their bonuses. So when you get bonus monies, per delivery, 1.7, 1.8 times normal rate, everything. So the Buccaneers headquarters right here on the left. The stadium is actually to the left over there. I don't know if you saw it at all. It's actually right to my left right now. I can see it. I got some big concerts coming. I know Guns N' Roses is coming into town this summer. That's going to be a big one. That'll be a party down here in Tampa that weekend. Alright, Waterloo Court. I've actually been to this house before, if I remember correctly. Noticed that yesterday on delivery as well. I started getting a couple repeat deliveries, places I've already been. That's another thing about these food apps. It's a lot like pizza, you know? When I worked at Domino's, like there was Friday nights, I could guarantee you, you know, hey, somebody's going to go to these 30 houses because they order every Friday. It's the same thing with these food delivery apps, you know. Same people use them over and over again. That's a really nice high school right there. That's really pretty. See, 0.7 from Waterloo. I think we're going to have to go underneath the interstate up here, though. If it's an interstate. It may just be yeah, it's the interstate. We'll go underneath it. We'll go underneath it. Or not. Going over the top. Right lane ends, so I might as well go ahead and get over. Even though I'm not sure it ends before I turn. Actually, that right lane may turn into a turn only where I need to go. It may. So this is delivery number 5 today. 4th trip. Oh no, 5th trip. Probably delivery number 6. I don't know, what do we have today, guys? We had the double. Juice. No, it's delivery number 5. Sending me another one already. I'm going to go ahead and accept it. It picks up at Hooters. Going to Hooters. So Hooters is next. Now I got to see if I can find where I'm going. Apartment D. That's 5615. I need 3401 Waterloo Court. Oh shit. Big speed bumps. So here's Waterloo Court. We need 3401. These kind of speed bumps that you don't mess around with. Hope that drink's still standing upright. 3409. All right, so this is it right here on the left. There. I'm going to go deliver some food. You guys will actually be able to see me the whole time this time. Yeah, the drink survived. Thank goodness. I shall return. All right. Pretty easy delivery. Pretty easy delivery. So now I look for this Hooters run, and I hope that it's a big order. Let's see what it is. Oh yeah, it's a big one, guys. This will be a big run. This next one will be a big order. It's 50 wings plus all kinds of like celeries and fries and everything else going on. So this will be a big one. It's probably going to a party. Oh, you know what's probably going on today? I just thought about it. We're at the Tampa Bay team, the Vipers, are playing in the XFL today. That's another thing that's a big deal down here. A lot of people following that XFL here locally because Tampa has a team. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it would be here, to be honest with you. A lot bigger than I thought it would be. Bumpity bump. What's funny is it's bumping and then everything kind of gets out of whack just a little, but then it really gets out of whack for no reason. Just kind of put a little pressure on it this time, keep it from, I believe that's the last bump, thank goodness. Nice little gated community here. There's nothing fancy or special about it. Only a mile from Hooters. So it won't take but a minute to get over to the old Hooters. Now Hooters is another one. They have a takeout entrance and a takeout counter, but it is inside. Now, without really making jokes about it, it's like it's kind of in the back in the corner, and it's usually like the pregnant girls, you know, because they allow them to work up until like 8 months or so, but they give them a chair over there and they can sit and do all the takeout orders. See, it's going to be on the right hand side of the street, about 0.8 of a mile down. If we ever get there. I noticed it's quiet, 22 people. So I have a feeling a lot of you are doing the same thing I'm doing, and that's driving. So hopefully I'm entertaining your drive shift and maybe helping it go a little faster than it normally would. All right, let's see, 0.8 of a mile, make a right-hand turn into the old Hooter Wooters. I bet you if I killed this live and retitled it Live at Hooters, I wonder how many people would come in the room. Probably be one or two, I would think. .4. I haven't seen it yet, but I assume it's coming up. I don't see it yet. Oh, there it is. I don't know if I should turn here or not. Show you some Hooters girls? No. Look, there's an entrance. There is an entrance off of this road. This is a pretty major highway. That's why I wasn't sure if it was going to be like a side entrance or something. Hooters! Let's go pick up a run. A lot of people in here today. Let's see where their takeout area is, if they have one. Hooters to go parking only. Oh, yeah, let me get in that spot right there. That would be me. I'm to go. They got this handicap sign in there in front of it, but I don't. It says accessible entrance, not handicap spot. Kind of scared me for a moment. I thought it was a handicap spot. See that sign? Looks like it's a handicap spot, but it's not. It is not a spot. I'm gonna set you on my lap for a minute before I take you in there. That's oh, they got a sign that says free beer. So I don't know. Oh wow, nice wide open area. Hey, picking up an order for Jerry J. Thank you. Well, Skeletor, how'd I do, buddy? Because I really couldn't see. But I hope I gave you what you wanted, Skull. Because I tried. I gave it a real try right there. Very, very good size order. Big bag. Very large bag. I dropped my keys in between my seats, so I'm going to have to dig them out. Oh, for some reason chat's not working. Huh. I ain't got no chat. What the heck? This goes a long ways now, guys. This is a big one. So we're going to go to a really fancy area of Tampa. This is going to be a high-end area. Let me open up the other app real quick. Just so I have Skeletor. That's pretty funny, bud. I couldn't see what was going on. I was just wanting to get food and get out. Sorry, I'm fixing tape. Let's see if we can't hold this in place a little better. Yeah, next time I do this, I will definitely have that mount. And I don't know why my chat's not working. Let me try something. Well, no, I don't want to do that. It's already lost signal enough. Hopefully you guys can see chat on your end. All right, so let's get out of Hooters and let's go see what we got. Back out of here nice and slow. It's another thing about a lot of these restaurants. I'm really careful in the parking lot because you know people go in these places and they drink. They come out and get in their cars in the parking lot. The last thing you want to do is have someone take your front end off in the parking lot. That would not be cool. It's nice of her. She's letting me go. I'm gonna go straight back down Lois. According to this is going to be a 26-minute run, but I will tell you, one of the things that's nice about it, well, two things that are good about it. Well, three really. Three, it'll have a high delivery fee pay. Two, it's a big order going to a good area, so it will probably should equal a good tip. Three, it puts me almost back to where I want to be at 5 o'clock. So it will not take me very long to get to exactly where I want to be for dinner rush. So it kind of just helps me along the way. So the running tally for today is 30.94. And I'm still waiting on like multiple tips to come in. Yeah, still waiting on 1, 2, 3 tips to come in. So there's a good chance that's close to like $38, $39. This will probably pay $8, $9 just for the delivery. So that'll take it up to about $47. And then the tip on it should probably be in the $5 to $8 range. So that will put me over to $50 for lunch that I like to have by 5 o'clock. And then it's dinner time, and chick gets real at dinner. I wish I could see chat. I think I need to close it and reopen it in order to see chat. So next time I stop, I'm going to I'll close the phone out and then reopen it. It won't restart it, guys. It'll be the same one. Don't leave. I'll just black my phone out and then reopen the phone, and it should fix the chat. Because when I was stopped back there and tried to read it, I couldn't. I had to open the live on my other phone in order to see chat. There we go. I was able to get it done, and chat did fix itself. Yeah, I know where I'm at. I actually made a delivery down here the other day. That's a snake, isn't it? No, it's a glove. I thought it was a snake in the road. I think everything is back operational now. Only thing I left to do is plug it in. So they did fix it. Yep, I see a chat. What's going on, Ortiz? It's going good, man. It's going good. Just out doing my thing. Just out doing my thing, man. So, just out hustling a little, trying to make $1 or $2, or a few hundred. We'll see how it goes, being spring break, being a college area. But it does look like I'm going to be able to hit my $50 lunch goal before 5. And then I have a $130 dinner goal. So hopefully we can get that too. So that's a grand total of $180 is the goal for today before shutdown. So right now, this is going to go back downtown to Harbor Island. Now these are all, the homes on Harbor Island are all multi-million-dollar homes. And then there's a lot of condos in that area as well. All the homes have boat slips. They're right on the bay. Yeah, so that's one thing about passengers. You can't record if you have passengers now on Uber. There was someone who used to do it and he made a lot of money doing it, but you can use your dash cam video, blur out their faces, and put it in a video later on, but you can't go live. So let me phrase that right. There's where the Bucks play, guys. There's the Tampa Bay Bucks Stadium right there on our left. This guy is trying to run right up on me too. I ain't gonna let him. So yeah, that's where the Tampa Bay Bucks play. And then George Steinbrenner Field is actually right here on the coming up on the right. Yeah, I think it's up here on the right. I gotta get all the way over. Gotta do some four-wheeling jackass moves in order to get where I need to go. Let me just punch it. I gotta turn left at that light. So you see that American flag? That is George Steinbrenner Field, I do believe, or is it? Nope, it was behind us. So it was over by Tampa, over by where the Bucks Stadium was. I just missed it. I just missed it, that's all. See if there's any special directions here. Front desk will let you upstairs. Suite 2009. So he's definitely in a condo. 500 Knightsfront Avenue. So I know exactly where this one is. This is they have a concierge desk when you walk in, and they have to open the elevator for you from the desk and pre-program the floor you're going to from the desk. So all you do is walk around to the elevators. The elevator will automatically open up and it'll automatically be ready to take me up to the 5th floor. I delivered here last weekend to the penthouse, and it's the first time I had ever been like, you know, these big condo units. First time I'd ever been into a penthouse in one. But I didn't actually go in. Like, the elevator opened and the gentleman was standing there. I just simply handed him his food and then hit number 1 to go back down. But when them elevators opened up, man, I was really shocked at how beautiful that thing was. I mean, it was an enormous penthouse, wide open, beautiful view of the bay. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. So we're still 5.5 miles from there. 17 minutes, it's saying. We're kind of running it has me running the back streets, and I'm following it. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop. No sense in running a red light. Like, I would have been stuck right in the middle if I'd tried to go through that. Make sure his bag is bag is good and sealed up. I want to have a cigarette, but I just want to make sure that there was no way that an ash could get anywhere near their stuff. And I have put it in the hot bag here. That's what I'm going to do. Just put it in the hot bag and zip it up. There we go. It's in the hot bag, zipped up. No worries now for sure. So one thing about this is they do limit your hours per day to 12 hours a day. But there's ways, like, you can take small breaks throughout the day, and it will just, I guess, I don't know. Think of it like an 8 and 2 split, guys. You just take little breaks, and it extends your window there to deliver. And I think if you take like a 4 hours straight off, I think it like restarts to 12. I think that's how a lot of the passenger guys do it. They go out and work in the morning and then take, 4 hours off in the afternoon and then go right back out at night. 7, 8 o'clock when the bar rush starts, big bump. I know Steve was telling me that he does what he used to do was like 5 in the morning until like 10 or 11, and then he would go back out and do like late night, or no, he used to work until like 3 or 4 in the morning, then go home and then sleep a few hours and then get up, do the morning rush, and then go home and get some good rest. That's what he used to do. I just missed my turn. I was supposed to turn on MacDill, but I was worried about that bump in that car. It's resetting me. It's just to stay on this road for 2 miles. It's ain't a bad little road to travel down. It's not a nicer part of Tampa, but you guys are about to see a nicer part of Tampa when we get over here to downtown on the other side of it. Unfortunately, we won't get by the houses, I don't believe. It's just going to be the condo area. But you'll get to see the how it changes, how the surroundings change. The interstate must be pretty backed up because it's refusing to route me via the interstate. What I'll do after I deliver this, I'll jump on the 618 right there, the toll road. And if I do that, it's about a short 7-minute drive down to the area that I like to work dinner at. That little area I like to work dinner at, it's got the Outback, the Carrabba's, a Hooters, a Jersey Mike's, a Subway, a Quadobe's, a Tijuana Flats. Someone's jamming out. But the biggest thing is that Outback and that Carrabba's, because a lot of that stuff comes right back over to where we're about to take this one over into Harbor Island and Davis Islands. campus all the way downtown, basically. I don't know what that was, but he's jamming. He's basing out today. There was a, y'all know that song, Body Like a Back Road? Someone did a new one, like Body Like a Krakow. Got the pleasure of hearing that the other day. It was pretty funny. There's North Boulevard. So if we turned right here, we'd go right back down to campus. Did it again. It reset. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Just turns off and resets. They're gonna need to update the app on that phone. I bet you that's what it is. Probably haven't updated it. I'll have to look at it tonight. Straight to Nebraska. It's actually wasn't a bad little route, to be honest with you, when it comes to traffic. Might be tired of driving around once a nap. I don't know, it might be.